He just left. He just left.
Perfect
Yeah,
timing,
we had to
Brian.
restart that one.
Oh,
No, we're going
hey.
with it.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome into the huddle. You found us once again. Shoot the Gap, a rabbit hole fantasy focused show spanning the generations gap of the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I am your humble MC, Brian the Amigo Baldwin, and I'm honored. It's my pleasure to introduce Ethan, the Doc Marshall. How you doing, Ethan?
I'm doing all right. I'm sure the viewers can see this is not my normal digs. I'm house sitting currently. So if you hear barking or whining or a dog jump into my lap, that is why that happens.
All right, all right, all right. Sweet, man, sweet. And of course, on the other side, you got a lot of them. You got a face full of the gut in the last episode. In fact, we didn't do our shoot and cease fire because well, the gut covered it. So I mean, he did a great job. But there you go, man. Connor, the gut marshal. Connor, how you doing, man? Your pipes okay, dude? Having to handle the whole show by yourself?
Well, it's hard being the talent, but I make do.
Yeah, there definitely was not a drop off, dude. Once even though that Ethan and I weren't there, it still went fine, man. So good on you, dude. Thank you
It
for
felt a
picking us
lot
up.
longer than the show was. That was what was weird. It was only 25 minutes.
Yeah, but dude, it was short and sweet,
It
man.
was short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of which, today's show, we're hoping to get it to you guys soon. So please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you dislike it, hit it twice.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah. Sorry, I was watching a play by the I think it was oh yeah, of course.
The
It was
Tampa.
yeah, it was Rojo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what? No, that's Fournette.
That's Fournette?
The
Oh my
guy that
god.
dropped it. Yeah,
Oh
28 is Fournette.
wow.
For those
Wow, how
for
about
those
that?
guessing, we are recording this show
How about
during
that?
Monday Night Football. It's in the third
Yeah.
quarter right now. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, thank you for keeping us on track there, Connor. So this is our 35th show. So we missed the Elijah one show, so that's a disappointment, but that's okay. But this is the 35th, November 23rd. Yeah, in this foul year of our Lord. And what we will be doing today, guys? What's the show going to be, Ethan?
This show is the Blasts and Blanks for week 11.
Oh yeah, that's our wrap-up show. That's what we call it. And we'll also be discussing the shooter ceasefire for Thursday. So make sure to stay on because I'll be at towards the end. And just so everybody knows, if it's a somebody who did really well, Connor, what do we call them?
A blast.
Yeah. Yeah, he says it with such emotion. That's why I have to go over to you, man. And Ethan, now try not to match his excitement. I don't want you to blow things up, man. But so Ethan, so if it's a player that's not good, what do we call
Blanks.
him? There you go. There you go. Yeah. So we'll be doing that's basically the blast and blanks definition. But we always start where how we're going to start, which there was a lot of information that popped out today, guys, about this particular thing about the Reaper meter. We don't have Doc does not have his soundboard, so we can't have the thing. So oh, you're muted. You're muted, Doc.
I
Yeah.
wasn't making any sound. I was just doing the motion.
No, you got to make the sound, dude. You're the sound
Oh,
guy.
go, go.
There you go, the Reaper made it. So you did such a good job. Go ahead, man. Start us off. How you feeling? Is there any news? Start off. Any news that you've heard
I mean,
about?
we're seeing some news. I think it would have been really nice if they put Adam Thielen on the COVID reserve list yesterday.
I think
Would
you'd
have
be
really
thinking
helped
that.
me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're seeing it. I mean, I'm not hearing any murmurs about games unless there's some news that came out that I'm not aware of. But I haven't heard anything, and just seems like business as usual in this unpleasant year that we're in.
So where
So
we
I'm still at one.
so 1 through 5. So 5 being that show the show. Well, the season's going to be canceled because of COVID, and 1 being that it's cool. So you're at 1. Connor, how you feeling, brother? Any news that you've heard
I'm at
other
a
than
I'm at a one. I haven't gotten any news this week, so I'm not really that worried.
Okay. Earlier today, in fact, this is how everything worked. Okay, I think I made the right move of moving away from Giovanni Bernard. After Burrows going out. I think I did a good thing on that. But so I was looking at the pool was the best thing to grab. I was like, J.K. Dobbins looked like he might be coming out. He's now the Dominator. Connor, he's the Dominator. So I went ahead and dropped him and picked him up, and literally like I don't know, man. 10 seconds later, I get a ding saying this guy's been put on the COVID list. I was like, oh man, I just picked him up. But yeah, Ingram and Dobbins are the two that tested positive for COVID. And what's crazy is that they got the results on Sunday night, so that means that while they were playing, they were positive. So J.K. Dobbins and Ingram were they were what would you say, contagious? And so
So
we'll see what
anyway,
happens
this
there.
this is going to be an interesting situation. Is that the only news regarding teams?
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I got. Yeah.
Well, I think that puts you at a what then? You said you were at a did you give a number?
No, no, I was about to land the plane, and you just kind of swooped in like a strong wind and crashed me into the mountains. So,
Well, sometimes that
you
needs to happen.
uh,
What
okay.
would you give us, brother?
I would give this. Well, I will stay with the one, dude. Let's just do that because it hasn't like Ethan was saying, it hasn't interrupted anything, and everything is working. It seems to be going fine. If the game is in danger, if the Pittsburgh game is in danger, it's on Thursday, so Thanksgiving, so they can always move it. So they seem to
That's
have
true.
they also they came out with a new plan. I'm not gonna definitely not gonna go into detail, but there is a new plan that the NFL put out for COVID. They're making everybody, all the teams are going on the height restriction as if they tested positive, so they're all trying to shut it all down now. So so it looks like they're getting control of it. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. But let's go ahead and just we only have like just a couple of these, dudes. So I'll try to hurry through, Connor, because I can see what you're doing, man. Keeping us on schedule, which I appreciate it. So bad news. Bad news. I always like to
Bad
give it,
news
dude.
bears.
It's a very, very positive way, happy way. So I always like to do stay. Well, this is now finally staying in season. It's a merry early Christmas. So what I'll do is back and forth between you guys. Like I said, I only got a few, not a lot at all. So I'll start with you, Doc. Merry early. Okay, I'm going to tell you who the Merry Early Christmas is for. You tell me why it's for that person. Okay, Merry Early Christmas, Ryan Finley owners.
Ryan Finley. Oh yeah. Well, this has got to be the biggest news of the week. Joe Burrow going out. For all of you Finley owners out there, this is
All
great
three of you.
news.
Uh, yeah, not good. Connor, Merry Early Christmas, Brandon Cooks, and Will Fuller owners.
Yeah, Randall Cobb is injured.
Yeah, he might
Yeah.
be going on the IR.
He
Yeah,
also
so
caught a touchdown.
yeah. Well, at least he did good there, and man, that stunk about Cooks getting that touchdown taken away. Oh my God, I could have used that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Doc, Merry Early Christmas, James White owners.
Rex Burkhead looked pretty bad too.
Yeah, I think he's out. He's out for the season. Yeah. So, and yeah, they fear it's a torn ACL. Connor, Merry Early Christmas, Devontae Parker owners.
Preston Williams.
Uh, do you know, Doc?
Someone injured.
No. Fitzpatrick. Well, Tua might be injured, but Fitzpatrick replaced him. They pulled him. Yeah, and they put Fitzpatrick in.
I
And
don't think that,
and as soon as they did that, then that's whenever like Parker's like that's when his receptions and targets started going up. So
Yeah, I would watch the situation. I heard somewhere today that they already named Tua as the starter for
hmm
this coming week, but I definitely don't want to start Tua anymore.
hmm
Not that I
Mhm.
did, but I wouldn't want
yeah,
to.
yeah. Well, if you started Devontae Parker for last Sunday, you would have been pretty happy. That was a Christmas present there, and so that was who was that? I lost track.
that was me.
That was you. Okay. And then so Ethan, Merry Early Christmas, Will Disley or Jacob Hollister owners.
Greg Olson, man, that was sucked. Greg Olson's a cool dude. It's a bummer to see that happen.
Yeah, Torres plantar. What do you say? How do you say it? Plantar fasciitis, right?
Plantar fasciitis. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, that he tore that. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, that's all I got for the bad news. So not too bad. Did I miss anything, guys? Did I miss any injuries? No, no. Okay, cool. Well, then let's move on to the blast or the blanks. You want to get it started there, Connor?
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, guys. Robert Woods is having a great game, and I have a very small chance of winning. But if Robert Woods keeps playing hero ball, I might actually have a shot at winning it.
Hey, man. The I was on a rehearsal. Like, it was like this. It was through another situation. But anyway, I was on a rehearsal tonight, and my the singer's wife is playing her team's playing against Robert Woods, and all I could hear in the background was like, "Damn it, nah, nah." So I was like, "Yeah, I guess Robert Woods is having a good night." Yeah.
He sure is.
Yeah.
He already has 20 points.
Oh, that's great. That's great. How many do you need?
I think I need like 11 more.
Really?
I need 9 more actually.
Mm-mm. Oh. Well, we'll see what happens.
But
We'll see
the
what
problem is I'm playing against Darrell Henderson and Chris Godwin, so it's like I
Oh.
really need a miracle.
Okay. I didn't know it was. I thought it was static. Yeah, yeah. Like mine was static. Like I was ahead until Sunday night, and then that was it. And then the guy had like Patrick Mahomes and Bucker. But you know what that's like, dude. Like seeing the score like slowly come up on you. Like while I mean, it's like being ran over by like a zamboni.
I mean,
You're like watching it going. Ah! And
I'm
it
not
just
really
freaking
mad
out.
because I know the only reason he beat me is because he picked up the Cleveland defense to play against me, and the only reason he picked them up is because he saw me drop them, and he picks up the stuff that I drop because he thinks it's good. So if I
That's my
would have
point.
just held on to it, yeah, I know. If I would have just held on to it, he never would have even beat me in the first place. So I don't feel bad about this week. It's like I don't really I'm not worried about his team. Like his guys just hit, and he hit on one thing that I knew was gonna hit.
With the news of Miles Garrett being out, I can see why you dropped him. Okay, so I just want to say that I don't think that was a foolish move. I think you made the right decision.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just
but
kind of it's just unfortunate what
you
happened.
can always bet on Carson Wentz to do bad.
Apparently,
So,
but yeah, let's go
talking
ahead.
about people doing bad, so we're starting off with the Battle of the Boyds, and you were sorely disappointed if you were hoping for the over on this game. What are you talking
Ethan,
about?
yeah, Ethan, you're muted, Ethan. Yeah.
We're doing the players, not the games.
Well, we can. Oh, right.
Because that'll take too long if we do each of the games. We're just going to go down quarterbacks, tight ends.
Okay, well, Tyler Lockett.
So we're doing wide receivers. Okay.
Yeah,
I had
go
to think
for
of
it.
I had to think
Go.
of something from
No.
that game. Yeah.
Go, man, go. You're
Well,
right,
Tyler
Lockett. Yes.
Robert Woods
Yes.
currently is sitting at
Okay.
20 points, so he's already a boom.
What's his stats right now? Can
20?
you tell me?
He has a touchdown through the air, only one touchdown. He has 9 targets, 9 receptions, so he's caught everything. 101 yards and a touchdown, and 1 rush for 1 yard.
Nice. Okay. Good.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Who
Justin
else?
Jefferson.
Yes.
He
Yeah, good one.
he finished the day with 5 targets for 3 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
There you go. You're
You
on
want to
you're
add
on a
some
roll.
guys, Brian?
Oh, well, you're on a roll, man. You're hitting it, dude.
I know. Now you
I
hit
thought-
it.
Well, I've heard that one before.
That's what she
Uh,
said.
yeah. Of course, Deontay Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that guy's averaging 12 and a half targets, 7.8 receptions, and 89 yards a game. I mean, that's what he's averaging,
Yeah.
dude. He's just incredible. Of course, your dude, Chase
Edmonds.
Claypool.
Yeah, Chase
Claypool.
Claypool.
Yeah, second in team targets, man. He did great.
He's a target whore.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude, he did.
Speaking of
fantastic.
target whores, Michael Thomas came back, having a great day. 12 targets, 9 receptions, 104 yards. I got Brian with that one.
That was funny. That was a good segue.
Thank
I like
you.
that one. I like that one.
Yeah, to
Doc,
follow
why'd
up.
you jump in? Yeah, let's get Doc to jump in here, man. Come on, jump in here, Doc.
I don't know if y'all said these names, but I think DJ Moore is worth mentioning.
Yeah.
He made it into wide receiver 1 for the second week in a row.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Also, Nelson Aguilar, I think, is starting to establish himself as
Yeah, 2 bad drops.
yeah, but he's in the top wide
Ooh,
receivers.
Brady just threw a pick. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Connor always talks about like if there's a receiver that like drops a lot of passes, you probably don't want to invest in him. So yeah,
I would
I was
be
just
happy if I had started him in my leagues over the last couple of weeks. So
me too. I started Crowder.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll get to his jerk ass in a second. Who else would you say, man? You say Algor,
I think y'all covered him.
Adams, Devontae Adams. We didn't talk about
Yeah,
him.
another
And what
turnover.
about
Actually, I mean, it was a good game. I just like I don't know why, but like with Devonte Adams, if he's just sitting around 20 points, I'm like, that's
yeah?
like your floor for him, right?
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like
Not impressed. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But how about this guy then, Keenan Allen?
Oh yeah. Keenan Allen, Adam Thielen, both
Hmm.
unfortunately had
Yeah,
fantastic games.
Connor, would you think Curtis Samuel falls in that category as a
Yeah.
blast? Yeah. So DJ Moore
If
and Samuel.
yeah,
And
if Chase Claypool is.
yeah. Okay. You got any more to add there, Connor?
Um, no, sorry. I think we covered the basics.
Okay. And on the blanks, man, I'll get started on the blanks. That jerk ass Jamison Crowder. Come on, man, dude. He got like 3 targets and 1 reception, 2 points, just 2 points, man. And that was like off like going into the bye week. He had nothing. He had a bad game. And I thought he was injured. Come the bye week would be healed. No, you know what happened? I found out that Adam Gase started calling the plays, man, halfway through the game. Okay,
Yeah.
and so less things went to Crowder. So that was enough for me to say I'm out on Crowder. So yeah, he definitely was that. This is kind of a jerk move, but Juju, I'm at. Yeah, I know he got hurt, but 5 targets, 4 receptions, 19 yards, so
I did not start him, so I made the right move starting
yes,
Claypool.
yeah. Well, you'll know more. I mean, is he hurt, Connor?
Juju's a soldier, so he might take a week off, but I think she should be back soon.
Okay, Ethan, you want to jump in?
Yeah, some names that jump out to me. Jarvis Landry had a pretty bad week, and you were maybe hedging your bet on the, Baker Mayfield being able to do his thing against the Eagles. Did not translate into points for Jarvis Landry. Another receiver that has been doing really well, T. Higgins, lost his boy, and so that makes me very concerned about him moving forward.
All Cincinnati offense
Yep.
is done. It's done. It's just a bad team with a bad offensive line now.
Yep. Also, Alan Lazard. I think a lot of people were really psyched about him coming back and hitting the field this week for the first time in a while, and you weren't happy if you started him.
Yeah. You got any, Connor?
Marquise Brown,
Woo, Mr. Goose Egg.
Mr. Goose Egg himself. Not
Des
just a
Bryant
goose egg,
is better than him.
a healthy goose egg,
Yeah.
an
Yeah,
able-bodied goose egg.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Des Bryant saw more targets than he and caught more passes than Brown. How about that stat in 2020? Des Bryant. Yeah, so that's where he's at. So yeah, not good. That was a good one for a blank. You got some more, man. You got a good bag there.
That's what she said. I for the wide receivers, I would add. I mean, Chris Godwin could prove me wrong and he could have a great night, but at this point, it looks like he's not having a good one. Antonio Brown has himself a night though. He already has 14 points for those listening.
Oh, great.
He has,
Great.
So he's doing good in the Bucks
Well,
offense.
Good.
Want to move on to the quarterbacks?
I just got a couple more.
Okay.
Jacoby Myers. He only got three receptions. 30
Now, who
yards.
is he, Brian? For the people wondering.
Oh, he's the wide receiver for New England. Yeah.
I think people know about him. He's been Cam's favorite target for a couple weeks now.
That's why I thought he was a blank. Yeah, he leads the team in routes run, so he should bounce back. But also Jalen Rager and Travis Fulgham. Rager was 4, for 52 yards.
It's worth noting that Fulgham did have 7 targets.
Oh yeah, 8 targets, 1 reception. So.
7.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll trust you. But yeah, dude, he disappointed. But again, that was the same thing what Doc was talking about with Landry. Dude, you just blame it on the rain, man. Same thing with Sanders' fumble. And his bad day. But he should have had a bigger day. He fumbled. It was bad weather. So yeah, that's all I got to add.
All right, so quarterbacks. Do you want to do quarterbacks next?
Quarterbacks. Yeah, I'll start. Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
Yep.
And you know what? It was. You kind of had to wonder, like, how was Deshaun going to be able to do against that New England team? And he came out and killed it.
He showed it.
Yeah, he really is kind of thriving more with O'Brien gone. I don't know if it's that or the fact that just the schedule eased up on him.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one it is, but whatever it is, it's working. But with Randall Cobb out, he didn't slow down. They just put in Kiki QT and there you go. So yeah, man, that was a good one. Of course, my boy, Herbs, Justin Herbert. So 366 pass yards, which was a career day for him, and 3 touchdowns. So he did really, really well. Connor, is there some kind of a quarterback that could have been tight end eligible that might have done really well?
Mr. Voldemort did do pretty well.
That's awesome.
And what was awesome for me was I could run him as a flex in my ESPN league because I have Kelsey as my tight end.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I bet that was a good week for you.
Yeah, but I still lost by 2 points.
What? My gosh, man, that's the Lord's will. How young? Yeah, man. But I heard that they're going to be changing that. Like they're taking the tight end eligible off of.
Pray to God they don't change that.
No, I heard that they were doing.
Oh,
that.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah. That was a really good thing for you. Who else would you jump in there, brother? Throw in there.
I mean, look, I think Aaron Rodgers still deserves mention. He's just really solid for fantasy football. He plays really clean, 311 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 3 rush attempts for a whole 13 yards and a fumble lost. Even when it's not his best day, he still gets you 22 points. And you drafted him with a late pick, so he's a value for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's weird. Mahomes absolutely belongs here.
Yes.
Right, but it didn't feel like he had a Mahomes day,
Yes.
But if you look at right, Ethan, I'm right there with you, man. But it was 348 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 rushes for 16 yards, and 1 interception. That's not bad, dude. Anytime you get over 300 yards, that's a good day.
Yeah.
I'm like you. It was like it just seems like was that you, Connor, that was talking about Devontae Adams with his.
That was me.
You Doc, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like Mahomes, like 22 and half point PPR, that's his floor. He's a bad game. Yeah, so that's all I got. You guys got any more to throw in there?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins lit it up. I mean, he was the one feeding Thielen, right? At least the metrics I'm looking at, he was QB4 on the week. Also, Ryan Tannehill had a great week, which, I mean, Tannehill's game came against a pretty tough, stout, Ravens defense. And also to throw another name up there along Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr had a fantastic game. I actually finished 1 spot ahead of Patrick Mahomes in the rankings. But yeah, actually, I was facing a guy this week in another league that had Justin Herbert and Adam Thielen. That was unpleasant, to say the least.
Oh, well, you guys saw who I went up against. Holy mackerel. Yeah, dude. That was Mahomes and Lockett and Keenan Allen and Dalvin Cook. Yeah, and Mark Andrews. Yeah, I still got a limp. Dude. Yeah, I chafed a little. Any blanks? You want to move to the blanks?
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, a big blank. And literally, the score was blank. Matthew Stafford. That was pitiful, man.
You think that's the injury to his thumb? You think that's what it is, or the fact he didn't have any weapons?
I think it's both. I think both things are a factor. Because, I mean, Carolina's defense has been nothing really that spectacular at all this year. Mm-hmm. Pretty porous, actually. Mm-hmm. But, you would think Matthew Stafford would be better than that. But I mean, he had the lowest passing yardage for this of the season today. So I mean,
Yeah.
yesterday. So
Yeah. It makes me nervous that because it's my feeling. I haven't seen anything saying that, but it's my feeling that Galladay is going to be ready to go for Thanksgiving, and that they had a choice between Sunday or Thanksgiving, and they're like, oh no, we want to have our best team out there on Thanksgiving. So I
yeah.
think yeah. So but it makes me nervous to start him, with how Stafford's been playing and how the team's doing. But I don't know. It's against Texans. We'll talk about that in the next show. But yeah, absolutely. Connor hit a good one. Say it again, brother.
Matt
Which one you?
Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
throw it down, dude. What's your thoughts on Matt Ryan?
I mean, he did not have a good day. I mean, 232 yards, two interceptions, no touchdowns. This the question. We have to ask ourselves: is he, getting older? Is it time for the Falcons to move on from him, or does he just need a better line?
No Julio.
Yeah.
Every
Julio.
time Julio's gone, he's no
Yeah,
good.
he needs
Plus,
Julio.
we've seen the Saints defense shut down great quarterbacks before. So
Yeah, just who he needs Julio to get a new hamstring. That's what he needs, dude.
yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just look at I mean, well, when we get to tight ends, we'll talk about the other guy, another person, the Atlanta Falcon, because of the same situation. So yeah, that was a good one, Matt Ryan. Jake Luton, what's your thoughts on Jake Luton there, Doc?
Well, he was playing a tough Steelers defense. So I mean, we pretty much we saw him against the Texans, and he was middle of the road. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
He's middle of the road against the Texans. He's not good against the Steelers, so he's nothing special. If you're in a situation where you're having to think about starting him, just know that he's very matchup dependent.
As a DJ Shark owner, what's your thoughts?
I wasn't thrilled about starting Chark this week against the Steelers, but in my what I had to pick from, I knew I either had him or DJ Moore or Robbie Anderson with PJ Walker at quarterback.
Hey,
And I went the wrong way. I should have started. And to be honest, who would y'all have started, Anderson or Moore, this last week?
DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah,
I would have probably done Robbie Anderson.
Me
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And he would have been about the same that Chark was.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
Moore that was the good one.
Mhm.
And that was why I played it. And because he hit for me 2 weeks ago against the Texans. But once again, matchup dependent.
Gotcha. Connor, you mentioned him earlier. Carson Wentz.
Well, he's not good a lot of the time.
Yeah, I heard I heard something that he has an injury above the shoulders. He has a problem with above the shoulders. I heard that that it's just in his mind. Like the safety was inexcusable. My understanding is he just held the ball way too long. But I'm not too upset because the Dallas Goedert thing. But yeah, dude, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns for 235 yards. So yeah, you're right. He's not doing really well, and I don't think that was just all weather.
Hmm.
Any more you want to add there, Connor? Yeah, you have. I know you have a couple in your mind, maybe.
Well, as of now, Tom Brady could end up in this category, and he could end up in the blast category. We do not know yet,
Oh,
because he's only sitting at like 10 points right now.
oh my. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Brady, dude. I mean, like if he plays against a defense that's going to rush him, he
Well,
gets hit.
no, he just threw a bad pick. I was watching it. I'm sure the doc saw it because he has him starting. I mean,
No, I'm not watching because I know that I already lost that game.
Oh shit. Well,
Oh,
he
yeah, you and I, dude, we're fighting for our lives in that league, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
he heaved it into double coverage.
Hmm.
He's thrown a couple of deep balls that just did not look good. It's strange. He's actually overthrowing his receivers.
Just don't know what you're gonna get with him.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
He's
pretty
very
good.
matchup dependent, it seems like.
Well, yeah. Anybody that you want to add there, Doc?
Nope.
No. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, and then so let's move on then. Ready to move on, Connor?
Let's do the running backs.
All right, let's do it, dude.
Let's start off with Mr. King Henry, why don't we?
Hey, thank you. That's doing the obvious one. Yeah, but dude, that run at the end, that was so fun. That was
Mhm.
so awesome. I was holding my cat at the time when it started going on and freaked him out when I started screaming and stuff like that. Dude. So, yeah, that moment was not good, but the actual moment of him running in was awesome, dude. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. He was actually not having too good of a game until he scored that touchdown. Made me a little nervous, but and he looked like he got a little dinged up on his shoulder, but he looks like he's fine now. Yeah, Derrick Henry, good pick, good choice, good choice. How about the obvious Dalvin Cook, the guy that I went against? Yeah, 27 rushes, 115 yards, one touchdown, five targets, five receptions, 45 yards, but one fumble loss, which didn't mean anything. So yeah,
No, I'm tripping out because I thought I read on the sleeper app that he was shook up, and since then I've seen nothing but him being healthy.
okay, so that makes sense. Dude. I saw like this morning where you picked up Alexander Mass, and I was like, okay.
But I read
Like,
something. Like I didn't just do that. I did that in reaction to Dalvin Cook news.
There was a play where he got shook up on a hit and he came off, but I mean, he came back in and was in the game the rest of the game.
oh yeah, that was before halftime. Yeah, and he came in after halftime. That's correct. Yeah, yeah, because I remember seeing that, and I was like, well, I tried to take joy in my enemy, but you know how it is, dude. Yeah, Antonio Gibson. You're an Antonio Gibson. Did you play him? Yeah.
And not in the league that I'm in with y'all, but I did play him in another league. I actually opted to put him in over Hunt, and I was happy with that decision. It might have won me that week. So that was, I might be having to roll. I mean, I don't, that's the decision I'm going to have to make whether I want to roll with Gibson over Sanders moving forward because he's just not regularly performing, whereas Gibson is just getting into the end zone every week.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that is kind of a an all balls move. So God bless you on that, dude.
Well, I
Con-
mean, at this point, how many weeks does Sanders have to give me less than 10 points, and Gibson have to give me 20 points before I just finally think I just need to move away from that?
well, I mean, like I said, it was a wet game, but if you're wanting to
But
trade,
he's done that in dry games too.
oh, maybe you should trade. Maybe you should trade Sanders then.
I've thought about it, but it depends on what I can get for him.
Ah, Connor.
Why are you trying to?
Yeah, dude. Okay, anybody want to add their Connor? Come on, man. I know there's a couple that's in your crawl.
Hmm. I mean Chase Edmonds,
Okay, okay, yeah.
and
But
I feel like Damian Harris deserves to be mentioned since he's done it for a couple weeks in a row now.
how about a pastry? Has like cream in it. How about that?
I mean, if we're talking top running backs, I mean, some guys that need to be mentioned. J.K. Dobbins had a fantastic week. He
Hey,
finished in the
The
top five.
Dominator. Brian's trying to make a
Edwards-Helaire
joke.
was running back 2 on the week.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott sneaked back in. He was running back 4. And then Melvin Gordon and Hyde all had fantastic games too. Like,
yeah. Gordon almost had 3, but
yeah. Yeah, and we know every week there's going to be a Colts running back in the top 12.
God.
But which one is it going to be? Everyone thought it was going to be Hines this week
Fuck
because it was
me,
Hines
man.
last week.
Yeah.
But this isn't the backfield you invest in.
No, shit stick. Yeah, absolute shit stick. Same. It could be the same thing with J.K. Dobbins. We don't know. There's not enough information yet to find out. But we're not going to find out next week because he's on the COVID list. He actually tested positive, so hopefully he'll be fine. God, Lord be with him. But no, what I was leading to, guys, the pastry.
Eclair.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Eclair. Yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, dude. He even though Bell got his first touchdown, Clyde was the guy that fed. So that was finally maybe there's some clarity. Maybe they're starting to do this towards the end. They're like, okay, we're gonna give him what he did. What we're gonna use the running game because you might want to do that. So
yeah, and also I mean the Vegas the Raiders aren't all that great. The running defense isn't. So
yes, good point on that. Anybody else you guys want to add, Connor? Nope. All right, then let's go to the blanks. How about you start us off, Doc?
all right, Todd Gurley, definitely throwing him in as a blank. You were very, very disappointed with his output. Miles Davis, very disappointed with his output.
Mike Davis?
No, I'm sorry, Miles Sanders. Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders. Mike Davis had a decent day. Yeah. He was in
Yeah.
the top 12. But Miles Sanders, definitely not happy with his performance. If you try to invest in one of the Detroit Lions running backs, when we heard that Swift was out, everyone was like, oh, you got to do Peterson. Oh, you got to do Johnson. You shouldn't have done either of them. They weren't good.
Right.
Hines did not have a good outing if you were coming after Hines.
But he still got 5 targets and saw 2 carries inside the 10-yard line. So
Yes, but you still didn't get what you wanted to get out of him.
Yeah.
No, you did not.
And you saw Jonathan Taylor doing.
Yes, you did.
that right there is a man that sounds like he might have played Mr. Hines. Is that correct there, Connor?
In multiple leagues.
Oh, yes, santo.
And it feels weird putting him in here because he has double digits, but I'm a little concerned, and I think Alvin Kamara owners might need to wonder what their life is going to be like with Taysom Hill, or as we call him, Voldemort, taking the snaps because he's not getting those dump offs anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
Hanging on to it. He's making plays last, and he's driving the ball down. It should make Michael Thomas owners feel much more happy for the time being, but not Alvin Kamara. And that's such a strange – you would think it would be the other way around, but –
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Kamara's a really good one to mention. You might want to think about selling high on that guy now because you're 100% right. It's not – this is going to be the norm, which is great for us, especially you and I, Ethan, because one of the teams above us, their best player, the one that's been keeping them through, is an Alvin Kamara, and so now that team is vulnerable. So hopefully maybe either you or I can sneak into the playoffs now because of that person. Yeah, man. One thing I wanted to tell you about Gurley though, he was out. Brian Hill outsnapped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really nerve wracking. Connor, how about Connor?
I mean, I own him in the league, and I started him.
Were you pretty happy about it?
Yeah, I mean, he's very consistent. He doesn't have a high ceiling, but he has a high floor.
Okay. Snell vultured that goal line touchdown. Didn't know if that would be.
Mhm.
I mean, but yeah, he still wasn't what you were hoping for. But Duke Johnson, what's your thoughts on Duke Johnson, man?
Stay away.
Yeah. Why would you say that, man? I want to see.
He didn't do good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But okay. Well, the reason, I mean, that's logic right there. Yeah. Let me ask you then, Doc. Why would you stay away from, other than the fact he didn't do good? Why would you stay away from it, Doc?
Because Romeo Crennel knows his best way to win is going to be through Deshaun Watson, and so they bail on the run. And I'm sorry, but I know David Johnson's washed up, but he's still a good running back. He's still good. Yeah. Duke Johnson isn't. He's not built to be the featured back. David Johnson is. You can't. This is just because the last guy I was going to bring up was Giovanni Bernard. Both of those guys, you just thought that, Mixon's out, I'll just plug in Bernard, and it's going to be Mixon. No. Same with David Johnson. Well, you got 1 or 2 good weeks out of him. There were a couple weeks where he was a solid RB2, but especially now with Burrow being out. No, but it's the same with Duke Johnson. You think, Duke Johnson, I'll just plug him in with David Johnson is out. He's 2 weeks in a row. He's been the sole running back of that offense. We saw some what's the guy's name, Prosythe or something like that. He came in from some runs in this game. He didn't last game, but he did this game. But you still saw about the same output from Duke. So,
who's your on your lineup in our league? Who's your worst running back, Ethan?
Miles. Right now, it's Miles Sanders.
Okay. Like something that would be droppable.
Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. Would you prefer Boston Scott or Zach Moss? The reason why I asked that is because whenever I went ahead and said I dropped Bernard, because I'm with you, I dropped Bernard and picked up J.K. Dobbins immediately.
I saw that.
Yeah, the guy picked up Gio Bernard, which was really good because that actually proved that there was no shenanigans.
Yeah,
Because
he
yeah,
really.
because I did not have any connection to the guy, and as soon as I dropped Geo, he picked him up, and I was like, awesome. I'm so glad you got that because yeah, that's not a good thing. He's cutting. Yeah, because he's splitting time 50-50 with Perrine. Yeah, and he's got and with Finley. No, you get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah, so absolutely. Are you worried about Aaron Jones at all, dude? With the fact that with Jamal Williams, hanging around, catching TDs, things like that. Is that anything that you're worried about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it, but
He played for fewer snaps than Williams.
yeah, I don't like it, but I still had a. That was my top finishing running back. Other than, I mean, Antonio Gibson was the top finishing running back on the team. Second was Aaron Jones. So
Connor, yeah, I should probably not have asked you because you're biased. Connor, let me ask you, dude, is that a bad trend? Watching and seeing like Jamal Williams out snapping Jones, and not only just in the game, but also 6-1 inside the 20.
No.
No, that's nothing to worry about.
I mean, the way Aaron Jones is built, like when I watch him play, like he genuinely gets excited when he gets in the red zone. Like when you see him, like he has like that. He's like David Montgomery if David Montgomery was fast. Like he has that level of like tankiness and durability, but he's also fast. You know what I'm saying? So when you see him get like ahead of steam, it's like watching, like a bull charging, and it's about to like run into people. That's how he gets all those touchdowns in the red zone.
Ah,
He
and
earns
I
it.
will say that the game script didn't really afford for like a slow moving
Mm-hmm.
out down the field runner like Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Jones, because they were playing catch ups a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
time, and they were, I mean, they're playing against one of the top run defenses in the
And
league,
they use Williams
so
for pass
probably not going to
protection.
bring it down their throat.
They use Williams for pass protection too, because
Mhm.
he throws to Jones, but he doesn't use him as pass protection like he does Williams, and that's the thing.
that's why those apps out snap because it was pass protection and bad game script. Gotcha. Mystery solved. Look at that. Worked it out. All right. Anybody else we need to add to the blanks? All
Nope.
right. Connor, you want to take on the tight ends, man?
I will. Starting with Mr. Voldemort for you ESPN leaguers out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually a good week for tight ends.
It was, Kelsey, Goddard, Jonnu Smith, they all ate. Ebron caught a
Waller
touchdown.
and Andrews.
Oh yeah. Oh
Johnny
yeah.
Smith got that touchdown, but before that, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's how he's been. Very
Yeah.
touchdown dependent.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right. Yeah. But yeah, I was really excited that Goddard finally came out. Yeah, and did something good. So I was pretty happy about that. Yeah, even though Rogers or still took a touchdown, but whatever, man. Yeah, that was really good list. Anybody you want to add there, Ethan?
Robert Tunyon had a decent game. He had 5 targets, 5 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Hunter Henry finally showed back up. Eric
Nice.
Ebron had a decent game. And Dallas Schultz found his way into the end zone as well, which got him into. I mean, if we're talking, in order to be a tight end one, you had to have double digits, which is a good week for tight ends, right? So I mean, if tight ends speak, there was quite a few blasts this week.
Oh yeah. Even what?
What?
What was your last sentence you said?
Even Chris Herndon had a decent game. 2 receptions, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Got him up over 10 points. So
Yeah, that's why I
you're happy with a tight end.
Yeah, that's why I dropped Crowder too, because I'm like, come on, man, Herndon out there. I mean, come on, that's a bad trend right there, man. Yeah, Connor, you want to add any blasts on there, man, or did he get them all? I thought you did a good job there, Doc.
I thought we got all the blasts.
Yeah. You want? I know that the blanks. I know those are two that stuck out to me, guys.
No
Let me see.
offense.
Noah Fant, okay, then 3. You're right. Noah Fant was really good. Yeah. He didn't do as well as you're hoping for, but that, you dropped him, right, Connor?
Yep.
Yeah, because you saw this coming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Was it just because of the quarterback play and everything like that, or?
It was just the whole vibe, man. It was the whole feeling of the offense. It was like the offense was something that we were like, maybe this is something to invest in. And it felt like at this point in the year, it was like, this is not something to invest in, you know?
Yeah, no, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah, Hayden Hurts. Yeah, he's not Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurts. Yeah, because got a big goose egg. But I dropped him before this happened because I knew Calvin Ridley was coming back after the bye week, and also that the well, that was it. That was mainly it actually. With Ridley coming back from the bye week, that always steals away. Now Julio Jones is not might not be there because of his hammy. That might, yeah, that's it. Never spells good for anybody else. Jared Cook was the other one that I had in my mind. Yeah, one target, one reception for 6 yards, and that might be another thing that like the whole Kamara thing. You might want to get nervous about that trend. I don't know if Jared Cook is going to be somebody that is actually somebody that you can play or startable or even want to roster. Did I miss anybody, Doc?
No, I think just another mention, Mo Alley Cox. I don't know if you're hedging your bet on him being any good, but you were disappointed with that. So far, the game's not over yet, but Rob Gronkowski has not had a fantastic game. If you started Logan Thomas, hoping to profit off of how bad Cincinnati is against tight ends, nope, it didn't pay back. Not like you thought it would. I think Alex Smith had a rough day. Um, so you weren't happy with that, and finally Irv Smith Jr. from Minnesota. Um, Evidently, Thielen was the only one who wanted to catch touchdown passes. Him and Jefferson.
Yeah. Well, which worked out well for Cousins. Anybody you thinking of, Connor?
Man, I'm sorry. I'm a little lost. I'm watching the Tampa Bay Rams game right now. Brady's methodically going down the field. It looks like he's about to get another win on Monday Night Football.
Nice. That's fantastic for him, dude. Yeah.
We're still on tight ends. I'm assuming. Did we mention Mike Gesicki? He's not doing good.
Well,
He
yeah.
did better than he's done in recent weeks. This week, he actually approached double digits for the first time in a long while.
Well, that's something.
I should have said Merry Christmas, Mike Gesicki owners, because that's Fitzpatrick that happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know how consistent that's gonna be.
Yeah. Good point on that, dude. Good point on that. But yeah, I think Tua's coming back though, which spells doom for Gesicki. So gotcha. Okay.
Why don't we move on now to the
Let's do it.
the defenses, huh?
Or just, there's a couple of kickers. I mean, I just want to. We always
Okay,
gotta
yeah,
mention-
kickers. No, the kickers. Our boy, the official kicker. I'm christening him the official kicker of this show, Mr.
Okay.
Rodrigo Blankenship, the friend of Ric Flair himself. Man, he's the winner of the overtime. You gotta include him, bro.
Oh sure.
We also have to include him because he was the number one kicker on the week.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I did say to start him.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
of
a
course,
weekly plug-in, unless it's you're in a hurricane.
This is very true.
Youngway Koo. Yeah, that's what
Number
I thought
two.
you said that you're gonna say was gonna be the one for the show because that's our kicker on our team, which we might
No,
be
you
actually
have to ride the cool wave, man.
the
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, you have to go with what's hot.
Well, no, I'll trust you, man. I'll trust you, dude. I mean, if anybody saw
Fournette
the
just
show,
dropped another pass.
okay, right now, guys, we are ahead in our match 139.12 to 136.78. Yeah,
Who do they have?
okay. Oh, this is awesome. They have Cooper Cup going, and we have Robert Woods going.
Oh, that's awesome.
It literally is. Yeah, a Titan versus a Titan.
Had a much better game, it seems like.
17.6.
We've Robert
for
Woods
Cook-
got the touchdown though.
for Cup, and Robert Woods has 20.9. So.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Not bad.
Oh,
not bad.
Brady's.
Not bad at
Ooh.
all. Was there
Oh,
any type of like I don't know, man, any blanks like for kickers?
Well,
Um,
just another. I think it was there was a kicker that you were Jason Sanders. You were saying for people to start. He delivered. I mean, 9 points out of a kicker.
Oh yeah, My guy. Yeah, 10 points actually.
Obviously, you weren't happy with Matt Prater, who got shut out.
Yep, good point on that. Yeah, but everybody got shut out on that
Mhm.
thing. That's what makes
Yes,
me nervous.
Zane Gonzalez had another down week. Dan Bailey didn't do all that great either.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm glad I dropped Zane Gonzalez. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he had to get that one good weekend right after you dropped him,
Mhm.
but he'll suck the rest of the time.
I hope so.
Fucking asshole.
I couldn't believe it too. Yeah, right when I dropped, like, come on, man. Now they're kicking it. I'm like, come on. Yeah, but it worked out. I got Jason Sanders, so yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, the only blank I could think of is exactly what Connor was talking about, Prater. I mean, he was the one that really stunk out loud. Poor guy. But that was the Detroit. That was their game. It was a bad game for them. You want to go to move on to defenses, Connor?
Can I describe something that just happened on Monday Night Football Live?
Of
Because I've
course.
never seen this before.
Go for it.
Brady throws the ball, and the defensive guy blocks it, and it somehow goes back into Brady's hands. And Brady just throws it again. And then Mike Evans catches it. But, of course, like, that's illegal. Like, you can't do that in football. So they, called a flag on the play. But it was just so
Oh
funny.
yeah, it's a forward pass. That's right.
Yeah, but it was just so funny seeing Brady just like, fuck it, I'm just going to throw it again. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. I mean, it already is what it is. Yeah,
So
that's pretty funny.
defenses, huh?
Yeah.
Well, dude, the Cleveland Browns dropped a Cleveland steamer on my chest. That's for sure.
Oh, that was a graphic way of describing it.
And
great
to tie with that, I was really banking on the Texans defense to do good, and they did not.
No.
I'm just
So-
curious. What has made you think that you should bank on the Texans defense?
Yes.
JJ Watt.
Thank you.
I was like, JJ Watt can have like a week. Like the Patriots don't have any healthy defensive guys.
But he's playing the offense, not the defense. And the offense, like when I saw what they did against the running defense of the Baltimore Ravens, I was like, wow. Obviously, they didn't do it. The Texans didn't. The Texans handled them just fine, but they still let them score, and they didn't. They're just not getting turnovers. The Texans aren't. They're not developing turnovers.
Yeah, I was wondering about that thinking too. Yeah, that was a head scratcher, especially when I think it was what dropped Cleveland and picked up Houston. Is that what you did?
No, I dropped Cleveland and I picked up something else. And I was gonna pick Cleveland back up, and then Zach picked them up because he saw me drop them. He only picks them up because he saw me using them. He
I
wouldn't
wonder
have.
was it that fast?
I don't, it's not important. So moving on.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Moving on.
Yeah, you had a chance, brother. Pittsburgh did really well. Yeah.
And Carolina Panthers. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Evidently, when the team scores 0 points, the defense does really well.
Oh yeah.
Fantasy football.
Well,
New
yeah.
Orleans Saints.
Mhm.
Fantastic job. Evidently, you can start them against the Falcons. I didn't know that.
Right. Well, yeah. I know you didn't start. You shouldn't have started Todd Gurley because you don't start or you're running back against the Saints. Yeah. So.
Washington football team is also another honorable mention, man. I mean, they continue to be formidable.
That's easy when you got Ryan Finley back there. Yeah. So.
Hey, the points don't distinguish between whether it's Finley or Burrow.
Yeah, I got you, dude. I got you. I do want to mention though, Pittsburgh did get 4 interceptions, so
Yeah.
that's pretty high. So, I guess what you would say the Detroit Lions defense was a blank, considering.
Yeah, New England Patriots. You might have been banking on something out of them, but no, it was.
Yeah, and the Vegas Raiders
If you
got
would have
negative
asked me
points.
which defense is going to be better to play, Houston or New England, I would have said New England.
Yeah. Connor, you're right. Vegas,
They got negative points.
and that's exactly what you don't ever want from a defense.
Mhm.
But hopefully, there weren't any people out there starting the Raiders against the Kansas City
This
Chiefs.
is very true.
Yeah.
That would be.
You know what's
Yeah.
You
crazy?
have to be
though?
playing in a 28-team league in order to make that decision.
Do you know who actually had a great day defensively?
Who's that?
The New York Jets. They got 3 sacks, a fumble recovery, a safety, a blocked kick. They got 8
Wow.
points.
8.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's better than negative.
Well,
Absolutely. but
considering everything they did to get that, that's a good play from a defense.
Denver Broncos as well had a very good game. They
Mhm.
finished in the top 5 defenses.
Mhm.
Nice. Nice. All right. Anything else cross y'all's minds? Anybody
Nope.
stick out? All right. So we'll go ahead and Connor. Any more that you're thinking of?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and move on to the waiver wire portion of the show. Just real fast, but of course, before we can drop, before you can pick anybody up, we always have to, drop somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump back and forth, guys. And again, just going to do it kind of like the 5-second fuse thing, where I'll mention it to you guys, and you tell me if it's droppable. If you want to have an analysis, go ahead. If not, we can just move on. It's whatever, dude. But there's only just 4, so it's not that. Just 4 stick out to me. If you guys can think of any though, that if I miss them, please mention them. I would love to hear it. So Connor, start with you. Jamison Crowder, is he droppable?
Yes.
All right, and I perfect, Ethan. Giovanni Bernard, droppable.
Yep.
Yeah. This just crossed my mind. Connor, I'm curious in your thoughts. Joe Mixon.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
If there's someone else that you want to put on your IR, then yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So just if you have an IR spot, just let him sit there.
Yeah. It's like the only reason why you would want to drop Joe Mixon is if you have other people on IR that you want to put there instead of him.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Well, let me ask you, if what about Joe Mixon or J.K. Dobbins? Because he's COVID. Would you?
Yeah, I'd probably keep the Dobbinator over Mr. Joe.
Okay, Joe Mixon or Austin Eckler?
Mr. Awesome Reckler
Okay.
all day.
Joe Mixon or Miles Gaskin? All these guys are on IR.
Joe Mixon over Mr. Miles Gaskin. That is like it's like 5 running backs.
Okay. And then Joe Mixon, last one, Joe Mixon over Raheem Mostert.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Raheem.
Okay, wow, look at that, dude. Dug in there. Nice. Okay, thank you for your honesty, man. This is a safe place. You absolutely can share. You're invited.
Yeah, I feel wronged once again by running backs in 2020.
Dude, you've had a hard time, and congratulations to where you're at. Seriously, dude.
I always feel like I go after the good guys for running backs. I'm just gonna not do mock drafts, and I'm just gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna have like, okay, these guys like Kamara, like Cook, McCaff, and friggin' D Hop and Devontae Adams are all good first round targets, and if those guys aren't available, then you're screwed.
This is important right now, guys. Is whenever anybody. This to you guys and also the viewers, but it's a good thing to do right now. That anything that you know right now, like you're talking about, Connor, this is stuff that you only remember when you're inside it. Okay, that you won't remember whenever it comes around to draft time again. You'll get caught up in the hype. You'll pick up the wrong person, things like that. Now's the time to write stuff down to yourself, these lessons like Connor's talking about, because that's going to make him more effective next year. So good on you on that, Connor. Doc, Rashard Higgins. And let me throw this down to you real quick.
I'll drop.
Okay, do you know why? Kadarius Hodge? Do you know who that is? Connor, do you know who Kadarius Hodge is?
No.
Okay, he's the one who led Cleveland in routes run and snaps and receiving yards and had more targets than Rashard.
Yeah, the reason why I don't want Rashard, I guess, if I'm being honest, is because I don't really want any pass catching or passing options out of Cleveland, because their games at home, half the time you can't throw the ball in that freaking stadium.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. And last one, Connor, for you, Duke Johnson.
Oh, stay the fuck away. Drop his ass.
Drop him, get away. Okay. Yeah. One thing that I was waiting for Doc to mention is that Deshaun Watson was the problem. Other than talent, for Duke Watson, or Duke Watson, Duke Johnson, is that Deshaun Watson. He actually is the guy who runs it in the goal line. I think it was you, Connor, that said that they figured it that Romeo Crennel, or was that you, Doc, that said that Romeo Crennel figured out that the best way to win is to put it in Watson's hands. Yeah, and that means even on the goal line. So yeah, I would not. Yeah, Duke Johnson definitely is droppable. Anybody that I missed, guys, across in your mind, as far as you would want to ask, like who's droppable, to pick up these any of the waiver wires that we're going to be talking about here in a second.
Nope.
Nope. Connor, is anybody on your mind?
Oh, nope.
No. Okay. The people, I guess the obvious ones should have already been dropped, like Ingram and stuff like that. Okay. But all right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the waiver wire then. Okay. And basically, we're going to do the same thing. Similar is I'm going to bounce back and forth between you guys. And again, if there's any of these guys that are on the waiver wire, these are like 50-60% owned at the highest, I think. I don't think he would, but so I want to get y'all's opinion. When I mention it to y'all, just tell me high, medium, or low. If you would on your waiver wire priority, and if you have any type of analysis you want to throw in there, then that'd be cool too. But it's up to you guys. But I'll start with you, Doc. Kiki Cutie,
Well,
low, okay. And Connor, this is amazing, but I guess I mean, after the past, you understand why this is a the low ownership. J.K. Dobbins,
Medium.
medium, okay. And let's see here, Doc. Wayne Gallman,
medium.
medium, okay. All right. Connor, I don't want to do that to you. Keelan Cole,
Medium.
medium, okay. This is the one I was going to give you, Connor, and it's because it's just not right. Doc, Devontae Booker,
He didn't even have a good week though.
right.
Low.
Low, okay. Then Connor, Kalen Balaj,
Mm, low because of Austin Meckler coming back.
did you see that thing he posted today? Did you see it, Doc? The Twitter that yeah, I saw it because I was just checking up on him, but yeah, dude, he was it's it says that like hit all check marks on rehab check marks. Next stop coming back, and it was a video of him doing squats. Like I don't know how much it was. I mean, Connor, you'd probably look at it and be like, oh, I know exactly how many pounds. It looked like a lot, okay, and he's just sitting there going cool, 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 so yeah, so he's on his way back. Yeah, so yeah, that would definitely put Balaj in the I would think in the toilet. But yeah, that was you, Connor, right? Doc, Michael Pittman Jr.
Medium.
Medium, okay, all right, and then Doc, Jordan Atkins,
Low.
yeah, that was two to you, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I meant to say gut until you started answering. I was like, oh dang it. Yeah, Connor, you'll get to. Cole Beasley.
Low.
No, no. Yeah, I guess.
Like his height.
I guess you guys haven't seen Days of Thunder, huh? No, no. It's the guy, the main guy is played by Tom Cruise, and his name is Cole Trickle. That's his name, Cole Trickle. And there's a famous line, "Cole, you can't go high." So I just think about that. But anyway, if anybody's watching the show, they probably laughed at that. Okay, Connor, Ryan Finley,
Low.
Doc, Andy Dalton.
He's got Detroit this week, doesn't he? No. Houston does.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Who he is playing though? They are playing this week.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who it is.
On Thanksgiving, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It depends on who he's playing, but the highest it would be is a medium.
Okay, all right. Let's just go medium then. And Connor, James White,
Medium.
medium. Okay. Now, Doc, keep in mind that Dobbins and Ingram are both on the COVID list. Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that same thing. I actually already picked him up in a league today after I got the news. So I guess I would call that high then.
Who are they playing against?
I don't even remember.
Pittsburgh, the number one defense against running. Yeah,
Mm.
that's the team that muted Derrick Henry, that muted Kareem Hunt. Anything that it comes through is the number one run defense. So keep that in mind whenever you're picking. So, um, and so Connor, how about this, Connor? Jordan Reed,
Low.
low. Oh my gosh, dude! Yeah, he's coming back healthy and everything. Low.
That's. I mean, he's coming into a situation. Is it really worth us being excited for?
Well, that was tight end. The tight end landscape's pretty rough. Like
Yeah,
if you have,
if you're just a real if just tight ends are your thing and you just gotta get your tight end fix.
Hayden Hurst or Jordan Reed.
Oh God,
That's what people are dealing with.
cheap crack or cheap heroin? No, it's really I would probably go with, I guess, Jordan Reed. Can't believe
See,
I'm saying this.
see, Jared Cook or Jordan Reed.
Well, look, I
Hey,
mean,
answer.
if
Come
you're
on.
if you're in this situation, that means you drafted terribly at tight end and you have nothing left and you made no
No, there's only
decisions.
like a couple. Like there's only a couple tight ends that are
No, but
relevant.
there's so many things. There's so many things he could have cashed in on. He could have picked up Ebron. That would be better than Jordan Reed.
Okay, but yeah, okay, all right. So, if a person was now they're just now waking up, okay, because dude, I mean, like, look, like I have Dallas Goddard and I have Austin Hooper. So how about that Austin Hooper? A lot of people invested high in Austin Hooper, especially with his schedule and the fact of how well he was doing before the appendectomy. Would you do him or Jordan Reed?
I would do Hooper.
Okay, okay, all right. So okay, so there's the mark. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Do you agree, Doc? Because I don't agree. Yeah, no, no, no. What do you think? What would your if it landed on you, Doc? What would you say?
Um, I mean, I would have to lean towards Jordan Reed. I think he's going to be a good option. But I mean, tight ends is just such a crap stick. You know what I mean? Like who you get. This happened to be a good week, but typically it's Kelsey and then maybe Waller,
Hmm.
right? Maybe you see Hawkinson because he gets a touchdown or something like that. But it's essentially Kelsey and then who
Gronk
gets a
or
touchdown.
Gronk?
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. No, I'm right there with you. Yeah. So if you're hurting, Jordan Reed might be good, but there's a lot of truth to what Connor's saying. It's just that it's just such a wasteland. Um. So let's see here. Then Doc, Olamide Zacchaeus. Remember, with Julio Jones Gimpy, he's the guy who got all the looks.
Yeah, but I'm just not. I'm low because we see what that offense is like still without Julio Jones.
Yeah, and I actually pronounced wrong. So it's Zacchaeus, right? Is that right, Connor?
Zacchaeus,
Yeah,
yes.
Zacchaeus. Yeah, yeah. I stopped it before you could do it. Connor, Curtis Samuel,
Yeah. What about
high,
him?
high, medium, or low?
Oh, I'm gonna go spicy because PJ Walker's in now, and I'm gonna say hi.
Hi, there you go. All right. Yeah. So you were low on Zacchaeus, right, Doc? I didn't know if I got you on that. And Reed, were you high on Reed? Is that right? I don't know if we got. Okay. All right. Yeah. So okay. Doc, Frank Gore,
Low.
low. Okay. Connor, Samarji Perine.
Low.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that's probably it's probably a good time to just get the heck away from the New York Jets every which way. Even though their defense did well, like you said, all that scoring just to get 8 points. So that's because they were giving up a lot. So yeah, yeah, that's kind of a way. Yeah, that's not a good thing over there. Doc, Jalen Rager,
Low.
low. Okay, explain. I'm curious.
Just because you got Carson Wentz throwing the passes.
Okay, Connor, Travis Fulgham.
Mm, low.
Low. Okay. And well, I think on the last one, the last episode, you said pick them up. What
Yeah.
changed? What changed?
Dallas Goddard's back, and he's already a target whore again.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I thought you had some good. I thought that was good advice to pick him up. I really like that, and so I wanted to make sure and get the clarity as to what changed. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And the last one, no, it's Doc Cadarrell, excuse me, Hodge.
No.
Hello. Okay. All right, and so that would move us on to the shooter ceasefire part for the for the games. Do you have the Thanksgiving games? Anybody? Connor or Ethan?
I can get it loaded up real quick here.
Okay, well,
Nice.
I know of a couple, so we'll let's go ahead and talk about these two first, and then you can go ahead and pick them
Meow,
up.
meow,
How
meow,
about?
meow, meow, meow.
Okay, what was that?
What?
What was that noise you made? What was that for?
I'm just trying to stay awake, man. I'm trying to be spontaneous.
Okay, well then, how about this? And you start us off, dude.
I do not know.
Houston at Detroit.
Oh God,
Yeah, Houston at Detroit. Who would you shoot on?
man, Houston always gets stuck with the Detroit game on Thanksgiving too. It's like all the other people get to play cool teams. It's like you're gonna play Detroit,
At least we get to
and
play
then
on Thanksgiving.
Dominican McSue is gonna
I
kick
fully
you in
endorse
the
that.
groin.
Okay, so who would you say on pick one? Houston, Detroit to shoot for. Shoot on.
I'm gonna talk about Houston.
Okay, go for
You want to shoot on Watson,
it. Okay.
and you know what? I'm gonna call the tight ends. You want to shoot on Akins for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just
I
got
like
a
it.
feeling.
I like it.
And you know what? Will Fuller's gonna have himself a day.
Okay.
Some like 70 receptions for like 83 yards or something.
70 receptions, right?
I'm joking. 7 receptions.
Okay.
70 targets, but only 7 receptions.
70 targets. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, Watson's gonna he's gonna always throw things away, but he's gonna get a lot of first downs.
Okay.
I'm joking. In all seriousness, I don't want to invest in anything besides Will Fuller, Cooks, and Akins, and Watson. The kicker, I'm not really interested in, and
Okay.
I've learned my lesson about the defense. That's all I have to say about the Texans.
Okay, not cute. And people are gonna probably ask about Cutie. You know.
No,
No. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
you know, people are gonna ask, but
Okay.
sometimes silence is the best answer.
And go ahead and mention this because I know if you didn't mention them, then they don't matter. But still, Detroit is very they're very weak on run, and so it's a very
No,
tempting
I'm not
to-
starting Duke Johnson.
Okay, it's very tempting, yeah, to do that. So you're saying not to do that. Okay, cool. All
If
right.
he's droppable, he's simultaneously unstartable.
Yeah, yeah. And then and Ethan, do you want to do Detroit real quick?
Yeah, for Detroit, I would keep an eye on what's going on with Matthew Stafford. Watch the injury report this week. See if his condition improves at all. Keep an eye on if Galladay and Amendola come back because I don't know who I want to shoot on for the Lions because I don't know what their team's going to look like. And as we saw this last week, the Lions can go from a team that scores a lot of points and has fantasy relevant options, including Stafford, to a team that can't even put points on the board, which is what happened this last week. So I'm honestly going to say at this point, let's just assume that everyone's playing. I would start Matthew Stafford. I'd start Kenny Galladay. I'd start Marvin Jones Jr., Hawkinson, and I would keep an eye on Swift. If he comes back, I would shoot on Swift.
Prater.
Yeah, Prater as well.
Okay, and that means ceasefiring on I guess Peterson and carry on
Marion Johnson. Yep.
Amendola if he's back.
Yep.
Okay, in the D. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next game I have here. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start off with. I'll do Pittsburgh. I would say on Pittsburgh, I would start their defense. Okay, so because I think that they're going to do well. I would start Ben. I would start Claypool and Deontay Johnson, Ebron, and then of course Tucker. I would ceasefire on of course Marquise Brown, you know, and also I'm on Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. I would ceasefire on Connor and Snell.
Yeah, I'm starting Connor. I'm also starting Ebron.
Yeah, I said I
Yeah.
said to start Ebron, but Juju, I would still sit Juju. I think he's
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah, so okay, and then Connor, since you're in it, you want to take Baltimore?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to monitor the running back situation, but if neither of the guys in the COVID room can start, then that would mean you start Gus the Bus.
Okay, so
Also,
Pittsburgh. I
yeah.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but I
Look,
feel you.
I mean, it's just talking about an opportunity, but I would also start Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, of course, Justin Tucker. I'm not starting the D.
Hmm.
Well,
Interesting. Okay.
I guess if I have them, I'm probably rolling with them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured in that situation. Yeah, good. Or how about this? Would you start that defense or the New York Giants against Cincinnati?
Oh, the Giants against Cincinnati all day.
Nice. Like it. Who would you cease fire on?
All the guys that I didn't name. So like
Marquis Brown.
yeah, and Des Bryant. Like I'm not
Okay.
starting the wide receivers. I'm not starting the other tight ends. I'm not starting the other running backs.
Cool. Okay. And Ethan, do you have the rest of the games?
Yeah, I got Washington and the Cowboys.
Okay.
So now that I saw the matchup, I'm a low on Dalton because Washington is fantastic against the pass. So I'll take Washington for this one. I'm starting the defense and special teams. I think they're going to come out chomping at the bit to get after Aaron Dalton. Whatever. And then I'm starting Gibson. I'm starting McKissick. I'm starting McLaurin. And I'm starting Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm starting Alex Smith. I know you'd probably say, how are you going to start all those guys, but you're not going to start Alex Smith. I don't know how big the pie is, but someone's going to get it. All right. And chances are it's going to be McLaurin. If it's not McLaurin, chances are it's going to be McKissick. And if it's not McKissick, then it's going to be Logan Thomas.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm ceasefiring on their kicker. Did not have a great game last week. So I'm going to ceasefire on their kicker.
Should have been a blank, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Although I wasn't really expecting much out of their kicker because it's not really been a name that we've been paying attention to. But in case you're out there and you need a kicker because yours is on bye week, don't go for it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I would say that on Dallas it should be pretty easy. Was it Zeke? You would say, start Zeke.
Yep.
Would you get frothy and go with Schultz? He went in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, if you need a play, and there's no one out there like there's not a Logan Thomas or there's not an Ebron.
Jordan Reed.
Oh, I'd go Jordan Reed.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, and of course, anything else, like even Zerline. I think Zerline's even lost some juice. He lost. He had a kick block, I think, right? So.
Let me retract that. Jordan Reed's got the Rams this week. I would go Schultz over.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, yeah, I
I
agree.
take back all my pro Jordan Reed rhetoric.
It's nothing against Jordan Reed.
It is for me.
And it's nothing against. It's everything against Nick Mullins and that LA Rams defensive line. That's what scares me.
Gotcha.
And for me, it's once again about Jordan Reed.
Yeah. Did I miss anybody, Connor?
You mama.
Okay. That's all? No, there's one more game, right?
Yes.
Are
Which one?
you sure?
Or is it just 3?
I think it's just 3. It
Oh, then
Okay.
that's it.
was an early, an afternoon, and an evening game.
All right.
Nice.
Well, let's go and land this plane then, man. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Y'all made it through. All right. This is our shoot and ceasefire show for week 11.
Time to thank the sponsors.
Oh yeah, dude! Thank you, Connor. Look at you flying in, brother. Your idea, you choose, man. Who you wanna say?
I wanna thank High Volume Music Radio, the pride of Sunnyside, and I think it's real important that in Houston we support local radio stations, so it's real cool that we get to be on there. Not everyone can say, hey, not only do we have a fantasy football show that hardly anyone listens to, but we have it on podcast form on a local radio station
that people hardly listen to. Hey
yo,
works out. No, it's a great radio station. Yeah,
and
I agree
we
with you, man.
love you people that listen in, our loyal followers. We have a very cult following, like followership.
Yeah, the highvolumemusic radio.com. Also check out the website, download the app. You'll be
Yes.
happy that you did.
Link below.
Ethan, you want to hit us with some sports host app info?
Yes, Sports Host app. It's a place for you to go virtually hang out with other fans of various sports around the world, internationally. That's what around the world means. Go to Sports Host app. It's a great platform, and we here at Shoot the Gap love it, and that means you would too, because we're just like you.
Yeah. Absolutely right. And so that ends our Shooter Ceasefire show. So we will on Saturday morning. We're going to be recording our Shoot or Ceasefire for the rest of the week and Monday night. So make sure and hit the if they want to make sure and they get that. Ethan, what should they do?
They should click the subscribe button.
And the like button. Yes,
They
sir.
like this. And then also, after you subscribe, click the bell icon so you get alerts every time we upload a video.
Oh yeah. All right, it's time for parting shots. Connor, start us off, my brother. What's your parting shot?
Look, guys, it's never too late to make the right waiver pickup to win the season, so just keep an eye out for the waivers.
Nice. Ethan.
You might want to start look at rostering multiple defenses this time of year. I know that it seems like it might be a waste of a roster spot, but if you're looking at the playoffs, you're looking at, maybe you're already locked in at a spot. You want to look and make sure you have defenses that'll keep you with good matchups for the rest of the year. So
Nice.
just take a look.
Nice. And my parting shot. This is going to be like a positive thing, okay? Because about this, for the whole season, that one guy that either auto drafted, and didn't really do anything, make any changes, or they make one or two changes, they don't really play. You send off trade offers to them, they just sit there, don't respond to them. Somebody who's not playing, right? You got frustrated, got angry at that person. You're like, oh, I hate having this person in our league. Now's the time to embrace that person. This is the one that can save you, especially if you're like Doc and I who are fighting for a playoff spot. These people that roster these people that were hot 3 weeks ago and that aren't anything, that's still on their roster or they're out, whatever, they're not manning their roster. These are gifts. These are ones that will help you get that win to help you hopefully get into your playoffs. So now's the time to turn it around. Don't be angry at these people. This is why they're there. This is why you put up with all the mess from the frustration from before. This is where the payoff is. So make sure and now embrace and love that person. This is their use. This is it right here. All right. So on behalf of Ethan, the Doc Marshall, Connor, the Gut Marshall, and me, your humble MC, Brian, the Amigo Baldwin, I want to thank you for watching. And we hope the best for your teams and the worst for your enemies. And remember, everyone, in fantasy football as in life, don't dream it, be it. All right, guys, enjoy your week. Happy Thanksgiving.